Nick, we ready? We live?
Yep, we are. Let's go, Avoid.
All right. We are in business. How are we doing there, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another game of Summer Major Esports. So today we have MEMENTO MEI versus PEPEGA. I'm also joined with Renke, who will be commentating with me, and another amazing broadcaster named Katniss. So, how are you doing today, Renke?
I'm doing great, and after seeing this lineup, I'm even doing better because it's PEPEGA versus MEMENTO MEI, and we are starting on Molotov. Kind of strange, Avoid. What do you think about that?
Very strange indeed, but it is a map, to be honest, that is kind of respected. So I guess pretty much we might see something big taking place. So let's see.
Exactly, it's a map where we have seen the blue team win because of great team communication, or the blue team tie at least, and you can have like a really big advantage if you manage to do so. So let's see, let's quickly introduce the teams as well before we get any further. It's MEMENTO MEI on the red side playing with Constantine, Merrick, You Are So Easy, Win and Ugram, and on the side of the blue team, we have PEPEGA playing with Eto, Red, Aqua High, and Duality.
Yes, indeed. Two strong teams up against one another. But we know who the dominating team is going to be today. But already 2 minutes have gone by, and we can just see pretty much it's just a draw right now. No teams have made any attempts to pull flags at this current moment in time. So, Atto Hair on the left side, Red Hair pushing together, coordinated attack. However, Red is going to back up a bit because Atto just died there. So he's going to have to save his HP as best as he can.
Yep, exactly. Let's take a look here at Win. He has an overdrive ready. Nice grenade by Win on Eto. And this can be an interesting attack from the red side. Overdrive box dropping as well, but it seems like PEPEGA is able to defend it quite easily. Aqua catching that Viking OD, that's a big plus here for PEPEGA that is playing on the reverse base. It's a win with a great Ares OD. An OD Avoid would love to see some Ares ODs like that.
I mean, yeah, that was amazing, OD. Jugran using an OD to break down the ramp there. I don't know which target he was aiming for, but Aqua's going to use and take. Not use and take. He's just going to use his OD to clear out some opponents. But it does seem like Red Hair is pulling with some support from high. Duality there in the middle bit of the map, just there holding down the fort as best as he can, preventing anyone from going into their base. So he's going to block the ramp if anything. And I think that's going to be the first flag capture for PEPEGA.
Yeah, it's the blue base capturing the first flag. That's already quite a big surprise, and PEPEGA is setting themselves up for a really nice next game here in the upper bracket. It's already quite difficult to come back from this for MEMENTO MEI if they will lose this round. But there are still 6 minutes left. Let's not be too negative here. But you should win this first round on Molotov.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, to be honest. They do have the better base, which is MEMENTO MEI. However, they're unable to really take it to their advantage, and PEPEGA's doing a very good job of holding on the fort. The OD's dropping right now, wins in their base, 1 HP. Aqua's a little bit distracted, but I think he's still able to take this OD, which will give them a very good advantage.
Yep, Aqua catching that one. PEPEGA once again with the overdrive control on the overdrive control box, the control on the overdrive box. PEPEGA is playing a really clean game so far, to be honest, and Avoid the winner of this match will go up against Spirit or Lovesick, highly likely Lovesick, in the not yet finals, but kind of semifinals. I don't know. It's difficult with the double elimination bracket. What do you call the semifinals? But it's the last game of the upper bracket before the final, so it will be an interesting game. And both teams making chance for that. But it's PEPEGA that has the pole position right now, especially if Red can capture this flag.
Yeah, most definitely. And I think Red will capture it. And as you're mentioning, to be honest, it's going to be very interesting. But PEPEGA is going to be the one up against this team because I didn't see PEPEGA. PEPEGA played. No, they didn't play Lovesick yet, so they most likely will play Lovesick, I guess.
Yeah, during this champion stage, they only played Troublemakers. You can't meet again before losing one time. So PEPEGA will guaranteed be play Lovesick. Or Spirit if Spirit wins, of course. I don't want to be the party pooper here, but it will definitely be Lovesick that's winning that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty debatable to be honest. I'm not quite sure to be honest, but I mean, Spirit versus Lovesick. Uh, to be honest, Spirit lost to Lovesick, and PEPEGA also recently lost to Lovesick, so it's a bit here and there to determine. Nice OD there from Duality. It's going to be a good use and take. And I think potentially right now, it does seem like Aqua Red got good map control for PEPEGA. They're just going to be holding down the fort, going for damage against any opponents that do spawn. And Red does do a bit of a good job. Marak using a Viking OD here. What in the world was going on in his mind? I don't know. But I think he's going to need therapy after that, using an OD like that.
That's pretty heavy. Let's hope it can just be fixed with some TKVing. A bit of training with the Void, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that, but that OD there was so uncalled for, and he wasn't even hitting his smoky shots, so it's a bit like what was going on. But anyways, back to the game. Juggerand's going to be pulling here. Atto there, dealing some damage with Shaft. Duality behind him. Win supporting his Crusader with an OD. Atto locking onto the no, he does get purely focused by two opponents. Juggram has clean opportunity to capture. No one on spawn really on PEPEGA except from High and Aqua, and Atto just spawning now with Red. And that is going to be the first flag capture for MEMENTO MEI.
Yep, good capture by them. It's 2 against 1. There's still plenty of time to get it back to a tie here. Merrick trying to do so, but not able to finish it. I just think Memento Mai should prepare one last big attack here, save some ODs. But first of all, defend from Red. That's an interesting OD by Ugram. It was a bit too predictable, to be honest. Red, no time, no problems with dodging that one. Duality has a great Ares OD, just buying time here for Eto. Ugram has to be get focused on and is getting knocked down here. And yeah, it's just looking good for PEPEGA here. This will be not a return yet, but if it's a standoff, it's also no problem for PEPEGA. They have just won this round with that. Yeah, to be honest, that great overdrive from Duality, and just good focus there on the right players. Let's take a look here. Eto playing once again with Shaft. I don't know, that guy really loves Shaft, and yeah, I can't say a lot about it, but he's making it work, so it's looking good.
Yeah, it's looking very, very good. The Hunter Shaft really doing his job and damage at this given moment. But Marak there with some support from You Are So Easy. High needs to back up a little bit. Oh, he's going to be getting taken out here. Duality starting on DP to prevent any opponents from applying pressure. Marak is so low here. I don't think he can do anything here but hold down the wall. And yeah, and Constantine coming in from behind, sneaky with a Hunter OD, but Atto's going to be using her, really shutting down that attack from Constantine.
Let's take a look here. Eto still pulling that flag. 15 seconds on the clock. It will end in a 2 against 1 and it will end in a victory for the blue side on this map. It's a stat you don't see really often. One last attempt here by a win, but yeah, it's not really able to create anything. Let's get to the second round here. It's second round hero Molotov, first round being won by PEPEGA, as we just see. And yeah, it's already very difficult for Memento Mai to come back from this. PEPEGA will win this round, nearly guaranteed. It's the red base, it's the better base. Molotov is, of course, a one-sided map. And then we already at a 2-0 score. The second and third map, if we will be seeing a third map, will be Sandbox as second and Red Alert as third. So, yeah, still some interesting rounds to go, but Memento Mai curious about how they will play this round. If they will go for a tie, save at least a bit of chance. If they will take risks, we will see.
I totally agree with you. So, I mean, are they going to really risk it for the biscuit or not? But at the end of the day, we're going to find out. They do have the stronger base, as you mentioned, PEPEGA. And yeah, well, hey there, Chris on the chat. PEPEGA's stronger hard. It says, yes, your team's playing very well. And 2 flags so far. Yes, legendary Titan. I mean, they did cap insanely fast, especially being on a weaker base. It speaks a lot of volume, to be honest, as well. Damn, the predictions really are crazy. Everyone's really predicting PEPEGA. I mean, I'm not surprised, but that's a violation for Memento Mai.
I've never seen it that one-sided.
Yeah. Whoever is actually put down Memento Mai wins, I swear they will be so lucky.
You can see the persons that voted. There's one person that voted 1 point on Memento Mai. But if
They didn't
Memento
want
Mai
to risk
wins,
it.
but if Memento Mai wins, that 1 point will get to 18,240 points.
They'll be rich, bruv. Yeah.
I don't want to flex, but 105,000 channel points. Okay.
But you have 105,000.
For and never even put in a prediction.
Wow, that's insane.
I'm getting exposed though, because now people will know that I'm also claiming my drops when commentating.
Well, I mean, we are doing the commentating. We still deserve it. What's
Yeah.
going on here? There's so much chaos going on there. Just for a second, I think Red tried to pull, and then, anyways, I missed it. My eyes missed it.
Yeah, it didn't really look clean, but on the other side, yeah, just a nice attack at the start here. No risks, to be honest, for PEPEGA to at least try. And when the overdrives are ready, then they can, of course, build attacks. Trying to create something here. Marek on defense, knocking down Red. But yeah, aside from the start, it has been a really calm first minute.
Yeah, most definitely. It's been a really a calm game so far. Just players going for damage, chipping away at one another, playing it safe. Who's going to hold down the most damage against one another, and they're just doing a good job. Red Hair just pushing Hair on the right side up against you so easy, leaving a gap or window opportunity for High. High does not have any supplies there except for Nitro, so he's going to have to play it very smart here. Duality's there, he could use through mid. High, I don't know.
It's surprising, and so far it is quite smart as well. Duality can use and take here, doing it right now. Not hitting High, that's kind of a shame though. How is this working out, by the way, Jack? Avoid, sorry. How is High pulling this flag?
Sure, bud.
Hey, Jack. Yeah, Jack had to just come into the call here for that crazy pull. Avoid. What do we think about that one?
I mean, pretty much that was insane. I wouldn't blame High because it did work out. He did a good job.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, surprisingly enough, with 1 HP, this guy managed to pull it off, to be honest with you.
Only Nitro at the start as well.
Yeah. Which just goes to show at the top level, you have to have this sense of IQ where you know when the right time to go in and attack and hold back. And that's literally what High did. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I fully agree with you on that one. It's You saw it being built up really slowly. High just playing the patient game, waiting in base for like 10 or 15 seconds, at least quite a long time, waiting for duality to be ready. Duality, of course, not hitting high at the right position to heal high. So that was kind of a shame. I thought it was done for this attack because of that, but high just able to yeah, dodge the shots, play patiently. Um, that's the biggest thing, to be honest. It's the long game. It it doesn't make sense if you think about it, but it still makes sense if you make the play like that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Definitely agree with you. Um, but it does seem like right now, Haida is going to be going in for another opportunity with a Hunter OD. And it does seem like he can maybe get two opponents here. And he's going to do a exact thing. No way High catches these two off guard. High is actually playing a strong game today. Although he wasn't able to pull away and capture, he's still playing strategic. He's catching his opponents off guard, and he's just doing an amazing job as a hunter player. I think maybe Jack needs to pick up some tips from him as well, the way how he's playing.
Okay. Yep. I will not say anything about this.
I mean, High is playing a very good game. I mean,
Okay, to be
I,
honest, I think a lot of winter players can learn a lot of things about High and High's patiently playing game. And I think PEPEGA is showing a masterclass here on this map, especially in the first round playing the worst base. Second round, of course, they are winning this one, but they are not blowing me out of the park because there's only one capture being made yet. I think PEPEGA is playing it kind of safely in this battle, not taking any risks, not trying to create any attacks, but it's not needed as well. But the first round they really surprised me with, yeah, especially the team communication. Like if you want to win on the blue base, you need to have great communication, and they have won on the blue base, so that proves a lot.
yeah, I definitely agree with you. Definitely agree with you. It's just not. It's not even just like they're playing on the good base now and they are just winning. So, with only 4 minutes 40 seconds remaining, we can see duality here on the left side and High. But however, you are so easy. They have clean opportunities to pull as PEPEGA are on the one-sided map here, and it doesn't seem like they are. I don't know what that Eris OD was, but you know, it looks like he wanted to do something. However, it was unable to apply assist for his teammate. Does seem like Marak using a Viking OD, cleaning two opponents, but OD there from Duality trying to create some opening for that return, and it does seem like Win does spawn Jugram. You are so easy. Aqua with a quarter HP does absolutely get slapped on his back by Constantine camping in a base with good map control.
And this is just we are praising PEPEGA like a minute ago, but this is just bad. Um, they only captured one flag at the start. That looked kinda on purpose because we didn't see any attacks in the next 5 minutes, and now they are letting Memento make capture. Red needs to have a capture here in the next 4 minutes to win, and they will get that capture, of course, PEPEGA. But this could also have happened when there was only 1 minute on the clock. So you're kinda creating unnecessary risks for yourself, and by playing a very laid back round. And I know on the end it doesn't matter in this case, and I'm certain that Pereira will win this round, but why even create that threat? Why even create that risk?
Yeah. I mean, that's so true. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're very confident. PEPEGA is very confident, and they know they're gonna win. No matter what, but they got to be very careful with that confidence because confidence can lead them astray, and astray is not where they want to go at this moment of time, especially when they want to play against Lovesick and get it over and done with. Have a peaceful major rather than trying to play all day and all night. To be honest. Barak and Jagram just trying to really take control of the top bit here. Jagram does use repair, so he's got good position. 2 minutes 25 seconds remaining. They really need to take out Jagran and Constantine. They're doing so much damage to them. Nice nade there from Atto. Really getting both damage on those two opponents.
Sorry, I missed what you said. Oh,
Nothing really. Just
okay,
really just
good.
locked in on the game. Really.
Nice, nice, nice. We see Red pulling another flag here. Eto can back right up here. If Red will get knocked down, Repacket even spawning at the right position. Eto not needing to wait for it. This can be the third capture for PEPEGA, and will get this round to their name already with still 1.5 minutes on the clock. And let's
Yeah.
prepare for Sandal. Oh, or Sandbox, sorry, Sandbox.
Sandbots. Okay. This is gonna be very intriguing, to be honest. Sandbots is gonna be 50-50, but
50
it's a
50.
50-50. Nah, I mean like it's a 50-50 map, but I still don't think Memento and Mai would be able to do much in Sandbots. However, you can't really speak too soon because Sandbots is still a 50-50 map, so I still would say it is more leaning to 85% to PEPEGA and 15% to for Memento Mai. So it's
Yep.
still
Let's see.
opportunity, but less likely a chance for Memento Mai.
It's great to have an EN team fighting on the top, though. I'm
Yeah,
getting.
I mean it's yeah, I mean I totally agree with you because the last opportunity we ever saw was when Pepegans, what is why am I saying
Penguins. You were thinking about penguins at the same time.
Penguins, yes. Well, I'm thinking two teams at the same time. It's crazy. Penguins, right? Used to be a top team, but Red Hair's pulling. It's gonna capture. But yeah, anyways, that is going to be another capture, and that is going to be the end of this run, pretty much. So 2 rounds won by Pepega, and Momentum I will have to bounce back within this round and the next round as well. So let's see.
Yep. We will find out. Time will tell. But it's a very good lead here for PEPEGA. It will be hard to come back from this for Memento Mai. Lucky for them, they're still a loser bracket, and loser bracket sounds really negative. I don't mean it that way. A second bracket, double elimination bracket, I don't know. And we can have a situation. I think we will stay at the same side of the bracket, and that will mean that they will face Viga again. And last time they won with 2-1 in like 6 rounds or something. And they will meet again, and let's see if Viga has improved or if that will be their elimination. But it's interesting to see exact the same lineups here in the second round of the loser bracket than we saw in the first round of the upper bracket.
Yes, sir. So it's gonna be a interesting um thing to see, to be honest. Man, this major is definitely interesting. It's really better than the last major. I know the last major was interesting, but I think this major is really impressive in the terms of how the teams are playing. The skill level has risen a lot.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. And I think, and this is still an unpopular opinion, I guess, but I think Grenade has been a success for Tanky Esports. I don't know how you think about that, but I'm enjoying them as viewer, and they are making the field a bit more dynamic. We see maps like Highland becoming slowly a bit more interesting, and I think combo shot is a bit too much. That's the thing. It's a bit too much. Uh, but grenades are in my opinion a great addition to esports.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Definitely. I mean, at the first when it was added, I was like, nah, man, I don't agree with this. I don't like it. And but at the end of it, sometimes you just got to adapt to it, the new meta, and just say, you know, it's a part of the game now. Just suck it up and just deal with it. And actually, looking at it now, are we ready?
Yeah.
Uh, so it definitely had a big part to play in it because um, yeah, grenades, as you're mentioning, it really changed things up. Players had to adapt, so everyone was on the skill level, same skill level, but it just made slower halls so much harder to play
Yep.
because imagine you're spawning as an Eris player, you're spawning and you see 5 nades in your face. You might as well just click leave on the map, and that was just how it felt when I first started playing. When grenades was added, and I was so frustrated because I'm thinking, how do you deal with this? The only solution really is just, when you see players spawning with grenades, you just have to give them distance and, be aware who has grenades and who doesn't. And see the distance and the timing of when the grenade is going to explode. So it's a lot of variables had to be considered, especially when playing on all halls, regardless of how slow or fast it is.
Yeah, I fully agree with you on that one. Uh, I spread some misinformation, but lucky that was not that big. I should have known this, but a lower bracket or loser bracket, the second match, you will not stay at the same side of the bracket. So it will be not Memento Mai facing Vega again, but Memento Mai will be facing Senar. Oh no, Chill Vibe. Chill Vibe. So it is of course logical that you switch up, otherwise you have the same lineup as in the first round, and that's a bit of a disappointment for the team that lost the first round. So it keeps it a bit more interesting by switching the sides. And if it all doesn't make sense what I say, just click on the Tanky Sport website and see which matches you will see, because they will all be interesting, no matter what.
Yes, most definitely.
Thank you,
Got to
Yarkov,
keep
by the way.
our seats warm. And Yarakov is the esports specialist at this point. This guy knows everything.
It's kind of
He's the
our
esports dictionary.
yeah, Wikipedia page in the chat. Uh,
Yeah.
I want to, in this before this match starts, really look at a game we saw on the Legend stage. I think it was the second round, but I can just check that real quick. In this Legend stage, it was the first round. It was Lovesick versus PEPEGA, and we'll be also be seeing that match highly likely on the 28th on Saturday. Because PEPEGA will highly likely win this match, and I guess that Lovesick is winning the other match as well. And let's take a look at the score. 1-2 for PEPEGA. PEPEGA managed to win a round on cross. That shows that teams are close. Avoid winning a round against Lovesick, only losing with 1 point difference. Tying a round as well. Going to be an interesting matchup.
I mean, yeah, the scores are pretty close, which shows that the teams are roughly on the same level. So, very interesting. Very.
Yep, definitely. But Lovesick, I guess, still a team to beat. Here, Memento Mai has also a team to beat, and it's PEPEGA, and this round has to deliver for them. Let's see what Memento Mai can show us here on Sandbox. It's already not looking too great. Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. Too great, because it's Aqua here, pulling this flag, duality with a nice Ares OD. And this has to be the first capture already for PEPEGA, although good spawning here from Constantine, good focus as well, and that's a return.
Yes, sir, most definitely. It's pretty unfortunate, but those players were lacking um, health to actually get that successful pull. Duality did use a very good Eris OD, but the damage dealt by the opponent team just really shut down that attack. Nice nade there from Atto, 1.5 on You Are So Easy. And Constantine using a Hunter OD, really stunning the opponent on the middle bit of the map, which was the Viking. OD's falling right now. Maybe Win can take it. Win is really being bombarded by his own teammate. Win's going to go for a use and take, hitting his opponent, but Atto's there to shut down that OD. And that is a very good OD there from Atto. Seems like Sneaky's going to go in for some sort of attack, but he's going to have to back up there for a bit as Jugram is watching him. So he's going to have to play a bit safe. Good map control from PEPEGA right now. We can see Memento Mai camping in the base like children that can't come out when their parents say come out to eat and we have your dinner ready. But Memento Mai is really camping there. They are scared. It seems like High is pushing in, but Constantine has the potential to really take control of this map again.
Interesting comparison, but true, definitely true. Let's see what Win can do here with his Ares OD.
Maybe sneaky. But yeah, it seems, however, Atto, Aqua, sneaky. One thing I noticed about PEPEGA, they play slow, they take the map control back very slowly but surely, and when they do, they don't give it up. They just go for maximum damage. They're giving more damage than their opponents are dealing. Sneaky here with Paladin going in to try and get this flag pull. He's going to get that pull, but Win is there to really apply that pressure back and try and take map control, which is good. Marat using the OD here. Quite not the best OD, but it would maybe have done something, but it really didn't do much at that given moment of time.
But let's take a look here at Duality once again trying to pull his PEPEGA, not being able to capture yet. And it's interesting though, because Memento MEI is keeping up a Void. Memento MEI is able to block the attacks. What do you think? Will this be a tie? Will it be a surprise win for Memento MEI? Is this map really 50-50?
I guess so, pretty much. PEPEGA, they're doing a good job. They got map control. They're dealing more damage, but they're just unable to get that pull. And it just goes to show they are the aggressor, but Memento MEI is really on the defense. But Constantine really disinfecting what I just said, that he almost pulled, but there was some server lag there.
Yeah, it looked way more promising than it was because of the server lag. But no capture yet. Constantine is of course yeah, pretty well known hunter players. And he is okay, Ugram there. Amazing crucial D, hitting both, getting this return as well. Yeah, that's just a massive Crusader OD, and you were so easy here, pulling Paladin OD being available as well for him. It's already quite difficult to stop. And this will be a capture. I have to say though, we saw Red switching out with high. I think PEPEGA was with 4 for a moment. Memento MEI making good use of that situation. But PEPEGA is had a bit of a handicap there being with 4 players, but they have to bounce back from this. A team like PEPEGA should be able to do so. But Memento MEI in a good position here to get maybe the first round win for them.
Yes, maybe. Maybe indeed. This could be the first map or round that Memento MEI could win. Sneaky Aqua, they're going in with some sort of attack. Aqua's going to be able to pull out, I don't know. So they've been naded. Aqua does get a nade to him. It does seem like you are so easy. They're just so good at shutting down their attacks in sandbox and chasing down their opponents like they're children and saying, come here, where you going? Why are you running off like that? You're running and the road is right there. You see there's cars. It's kind of that situation, and that's what Memento MEI is doing every single time PEPEGA pulls. However, Atto's there to try and pull. Jugran's there to do damage. Duality's going in with some support for backup. Sneaky's going to swoop into those containers, going in and try and get that pull. But Constantine is there and Win with nades, really nading them. Their focus on the flag to really shut down those attacks from PEPEGA is impeccable.
Yeah, Memento MEI is kind of showing us a masterclass on defense here. And with the OD box dropping as well, they have again the map control, able to give it to the Viking as well. It's like we are watching a different game at this point, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you. It's just, you see PEPEGA over and over again. They're going in for pulls. They're playing aggressive. They're playing really well. But the defense for Memento MEI is insane. They're really preventing any sort of attacks. And they're being picked off one by one, PEPEGA players as they go in for pulls. Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, indeed. I don't know how Memento MEI is defending this as well. We saw a massive attack by PEPEGA for like a minute long there. At some point, Memento MEI was like fully on respawn. but that shows that they can play on spawn as well. Like forgetting about positions in the defense act like that, just playing on where you spawn, keeping every place defended. It's impressive, and they have to only stay alive for 2 more minutes, and then it will be a round win.
Yeah, 2 more minutes to go. Really, Pepega's really having a hard time. We're going to be using hair coming in too late, unfortunately, and that attack has become voided by their opponents from Pepega. Duality with an OD here he could use for Aqua with an OD, Sneaky with an OD. They need to work together. Marak is watching them, so if they do use Marak, gonna maybe go for a use and take it. Marak using an OD. His opponents, I don't know why Red peeked out like that. What is he playing? Is he playing peekaboo? He should have stayed hidden if he was playing peekaboo. Or peeking at the wrong times like that.
It's Red once again trying to pull her Sneaky with a nice Paladin OD, and will this be the moment that they finally capture? Sneaky has to take over, struggling to pull the flag here. Ugram once again with a Crusade OD that is just amazingly timed. That's the second overdrive we are seeing this round from Ugram that is just saving the game.
Yeah, I mean, wow. This is really Memento's my game today. Bottom map.
I am really curious about the second round here on this map, the fourth round overall.
That's why I was very skeptical about this map, because I knew Sandbox can be so 50-50. It's just, doesn't matter how skilled the opponent is, it's just so 50-50 sometimes. I seen top, even in trainings, while Constantine going in for a pull here, Aqua going for a counter. Can they pull it off? But Constantine there, I think Momentum is going to get their second flag capture. No way. And we can see Red trying to chase him down, dealing some damage. Oh gosh, Pepega, what are you guys doing? Oh no. I'm very disappointed in Pepega. What is going on?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. We will be finding out in the next round, because if Memento Mike can replicate what they just did, that will be really massive for Memento Mai. And the big shakeup, to be honest, in what we think is the level of the teams. Memento Mai, I don't know what this sound mean, but I really thought that a maximum for them would have been Star. Top 8 is already a big surprise. I think Glady was more of a, that was like in my head the team around P6 to P10 in the rankings list. But they're proving me wrong by winning against Vega and just winning a round against Pepega here as well. One round is not enough, of course. They have to do this more often. They need to win this round as well, to be honest, to have a good chance on the Red Alert map. But they are surprising me.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you. One round isn't enough. And even to emphasize that, but Titan said Memento had a good defensive match. I mean, would you agree with him?
Yeah, fully. Momentum High. They got the first capture when Pepega was a bit weak. They have had 4 players for like a split second. Made perfect use of that situation, Momentum High. And after that, they have just been showing a defensive masterclass.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. The fact is, Pega, they were going in, they were playing so aggressive. And if a team manages to hold down a fort like that in Sandbox, and they all cuddled up in a base and they're doing like really well and holding on defense against Pepega like that, and Pepega still unable to pull, it speaks volume. They've trained well enough to say, all right, if opponents are applying so much pressure, we know how to deal with it. Just sit back at the base and just do damage. And that's the job that they're doing. They're doing a very good job at doing that. And that's not an easy thing to do that in Sandbox, to prevent your opponents from really pulling a flag when they have map control. And Pepega with full map control and they couldn't pull. It's like, well, what's going on really? Someone could be playing bad. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I generally don't know what's going on. But let's see this round.
Yep, exactly. Let's see this round. Let's see what Memento MEI can do this time. We're showing you the battlefield as soon as possible, guys. I think it's already on the screen, but if it's not, it will be there in no time. Currently, situation is we still have 9 minutes to go, and the score is a tie, of course. We just played 1 minute. Overdrive box is right now dropping, and while I'm waffling like it's a podcast, I see that we already have a screen. So um, it's going to be a really interesting round, though. Avoid. I, I I don't even want to try to make a prediction, to be honest.
So, so. I mean, well, let's see. To be honest, right now we can see Jugman trying to pull hair, impossible, pulling a flag like that. Red there, really getting bombarded by two opponents, getting crossed off instantly off the map. With only 8 minutes and 30 seconds remaining, it does seem like Red is able to take control of one of the containers. Marak and Constantine could cook up a recipe on one side of the map. It could be possible. Marak could be using her, and he's going to be trying to take out Aqua and High. High does get. This is messy.
Yeah, it was a bit too desperate. They wanted this capture too much. They wanted to this pull too much. But that Viking OD, it was so easy to avoid those shots. And was smartly played by PEPEGA, just letting him shoot his overdrive while they're behind the wall, waiting for that OD to run out. It's just textbook stuff. It's like you learned it in your first TKV, I guess. Because I have never played. But I don't know. It doesn't look. It is not rocket science to avoid an overdrive like that. And Memento MEI just using it there. I don't know. Messy.
Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate, but we are all not perfect, unfortunately, and it happens to the best of us. But either way, it should have been avoided. Right now, we can see Red with good positioning. He could potentially use a Paladin OD, but he's gonna have to play it a bit safe. Crusader with an OD and also with a grenade, so he can give the Paladin a hard time. So he's gonna need to take out that Crusader with some support from his teammates. That's what they're trying to do here. Does seem like Aqua's gonna try and clear the board with his opponents. His opponents have very good map positioning. Juggram with a nice OD, not OD. Wow.
Yeah, there was a lot in a minute. You are so easy can still stop this attack though. He is, I don't know, playing like he is getting deflected back to even more back to Pepega's base. But it is a capture for PEPEGA. Memento MEI trying to get a counter attack going there, but not able to do so. And is last round just a small slip up from PEPEGA? And is it back to usual right now? I don't know.
Well, right now the OD is dropping right now. This could be an advantage. Maybe Aqua's going to try and swoop in and take this when may be able to use through mid. He's going to do that exact thing. He's going to be healing Constantine, damaging. Wow. Okay.
Ooh,
That looks like so much miscommunication. So much.
yeah, and to make it even worse, Constantine just spilled his OD just a second later. Yeah, let's say I don't want to be in that voice call right now. But that was just not a good play.
Yeah, that's definitely going to cause them to stress right now, and probably did stir up a big argument. Marak and Jugram in their opponent's base, trying to make an attempt to pull her. It could be successful. High is there going to potentially use an OD on Jugram and win. I don't think it's necessarily.
Yeah, saving is OD. Don't need to use it here. Um, Smart. 5 minutes to go is PEPEGA in the lead, and it's Memento Mai that is, I don't know, not on tracks here. Having a bit of a messy round, but there's still, yeah, close to halftime left on this round, so there's time enough to make it a tie. It's time to step up again, time to reset and focus here for Memento Mai. That's high with a nice Crucial D knocking down one player, but on the other side, yeah, it's not reaching any goals as well. It's just knocking down a player. It looked a bit personal, to be honest.
I mean, sometimes you just got to do it as a psychological tactic. Just get in your opponent's head, use an OD on them, make them question why you used it, and then they're just gonna feel like, oh, he's just gonna keep doing that. It makes them mad. Makes them mad. When you just use an OD on someone out of nowhere. But Red Hair's going to be able to pull hair. Win should use. Win. All right. He's not going to be able to use purely focus from players behind. So it would have been risky. I don't blame him. But Red Hair is going to be pulling good damage dealt from the opponent Paladin player. Maybe Aqua can push up and go and pull there. Maybe Red is going to be spawning here, but he's going to need a lot of support there, duality there to do damage. But he does get naded. Red seems like he's in a sort of kerfuffle. Like he's still going to be able to pull hair with so much map control there from PEPEGA, dealing so much damage to anyone who goes mid or anywhere on the map really at that given point of time.
Yep. It doesn't look like a big significant thing, but okay, let's not analyze. Let's take a look at this attack here. Because Marek is using a Viking OD. It's Win that can use an Ares OD here to support Marek and pull this flag. Win saving still a bit more of saving. And I don't know. I understand why he saved, to be honest, because Aqua used his Viking OD for defense. But using now? Why?
It's good, it's good, it's good. It really cleared the board there, so it could lead to opportunity for a pull. It's not
Okay.
really a bad RSOD, so maybe he
Nope.
could use here, clear the one opponent, and that's going to be very strong there. But he does get needed 1.5 maybe. Juggerant does get away just in the nick of time, and that is going to be a flag capture for Memento Myro. Really, really good luck there. And wouldn't really say luck because the Ares Win did clear the map and give space for his teammates. Bad OD from Win. Rookie mistake, really, in my opinion. That was rookie mistake.
Yeah, that last OD was. I was wrong about the first OD he used. I wanted to be negative at that one about that one, but Win saw something I didn't see, and that's great, to be honest. That was a great attack there, wiping down the base, giving space to Memento Mai, to Ugram there to pull the flag. Credits where credits due. I was criticizing that OD for no reason, because it's now 2 against 1, 2 minutes on the clock, and there is time enough to make it a tie.
Yeah, no worries. It happens to the best of us. Sometimes a OD might not look good at that given moment of time, but it actually manages to do something, to be honest. I do it all the time. I'll be like, this guy's using a bad OD, and then somehow they pull it off.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Funny.
I don't know. It's more your commentating style to just throw some mud to players. I don't know if that's the right word, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Uh,
troll and
yeah, a bit of
just
trolling.
criticize, to be honest.
Yeah, it's part of your commentary style, and I like it. It's great. It's create a bit of friction. You know, I like some drama around me sometimes. Um,
Yeah,
But when I
it's
go
good.
OD bad and it's working out after that, I have to correct myself real quick because it was definitely not a bad OD.
It happens. It happens. Don't worry about it. But Constantine doesn't make the same mistake. He's going to be using it, leaving the OD for Marak, which is very good. Doesn't screw up like last. Oh, okay, he screwed up like last time. I know this guy seems like his mind is in the wrong place. Maybe
I don't know.
his girlfriend screaming in his ear saying, "Get off the game. You know we got things to do for the rest of the day, and your hair playing a match." And he's having to worry about that. But Marak's gonna be trying to give some good morals for Constantine there. Marak maybe can clear this a bit of server lag.
Yeah, Constantine is on and off because last round he was playing great. This round, not so much. There's 12 seconds on the clock here. Merrick pulling. It's red with a return. It's over. It's over here for Memento Mai. But we still have a round left, at least one round left on a red alert. and still everything to play for. PEPEGA won this round, but to be honest, Avoid, it wasn't with any dominance. It was just a win. So it's definitely not being played yet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, is it over or we will see
No, no,
one
no.
more?
We will be seeing at least one more. Memento MEI has to
Okay.
win the next round.
So yes, sir. All right, then let's see. Let's see what will happen.
Okay. Yarek over here in chat. Lovesick won 4 against O against Spirit. So that means that the winner of this match will be facing Lovesick as expected. But that's a dominant win, just 4 against O. Yeah, expected from Lovesick, but you always hoped to have a team close to them. It seems like this major, that will not be the case yet. But it's not the final. There's still a week to go.
Yeah, it's not over yet. You're definitely right. It's not over just yet. Just yet. Red alert, your favorite map. Let's go.
That's Sandal, but Red Alert is a nice map.
No, it's Highland. Highland's your favorite map. Don't lie. It's your favorite map. If
Not
it
really.
wasn't so one-sided, I think it would have been your favorite map. Well, it's not really one-sided, but it's just
I
such a
don't.
long game.
I don't hate Highland. I hate it as last map. Because
Commentating.
yeah, I like to commentate, and a game can be 1.5 hours or something like that. I don't really mind that at all. But after 1.5 hours, I'm just not used to talking for such long time in a row. So after 1.5
Yeah,
hours, I'm kind
a
of
bit.
done with waffling into a mic.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Definitely agree with you.
So 3 or
Especially
4
when it's
rounds.
a slow-paced game.
Yeah, and that's always the case on Highland.
It's never fast. It's always these guys
Nah,
just going for
if you
damage. TDM.
exactly, if you have an interesting overtime, I don't know. I don't mind this game being 2.5 hours, but it has to be interesting.
This game, man. Honestly, I'm not even gonna get too mad about it.
Which game?
Just this game, I'm not gonna get mad about it. I think the map just needs to be deleted off the face of this earth. The Highland map.
Highland? That's a bit heavy, man.
Yeah. it's a good map, but like at the same time, what like
I have the
yeah, plays.
feeling. I have the feeling of why. Look, the Russian teams are finding motivation to train on that map. Apparently, EN teams not so much. I think it's
Bro, we
just.
hate playing that map.
Yeah, but you have to beat the best team, and the best team right now is a Russian-speaking team, and they are playing TKVs on that map non-stop. Um, I don't know what to say of it, but sometimes you have to do something you don't like so much to improve your Highland. Um, I don't know, like what I said earlier. I don't mind that map at all. It's just not as last map, but it can create a really interesting start.
Yeah, it can, and when used strategic, it definitely does make a big difference as well. So it has its advantages and disadvantages. So yeah, the OD's dropping right now. Who will be the one to take it? Will it be Marak? Will it be Lelek? And it does seem like it's Marak.
Will we see a tech pass from PEPEGA? 10 seconds,
Nah,
there
they
is time to
won't.
call it.
They won't.
Memento
They're
Mine is in a
very
must-win
comfortable.
situation. Yeah, I feel like PEPEGA will just say, we can do it without a tech pass, let's not spill 5 minutes. And to be honest, I think not calling a tech pass does hurt more for Memento Mine than calling a tech pass and making sure that Memento Mine doesn't have that OD. Because now you know that PEPEGA does not even care about you having the overdrive. And it's a Viking.
Exactly. Yeah. It definitely is a psychological game. That's why it's been very smart, not really using that tech pause can really play a part because they're like, hey, you guys don't even waste my time, you know. Like it's like saying there's no point arguing with you. Like there's no point really stooping to your level. That's really what they're saying to you, Momentum. Man. They're saying you can have the OD. Welcome to Christmas. Have a Christmas present. There you are. But you can enjoy it while it lasts. That's just how it is, really. Momentum. Maya is being treated from PEPEGA.
Yep, a Christmas present. I like that one. It's yeah, it's a bit of a sore and a hurting Christmas present. Um, it's like
Yeah.
your parents is still giving you a present, but you know they are still disappointed in you, but they have to give a present because it's your birthday or something.
Yeah.
That's how that overdrive feels like. Marek wants to make quick use of that overdrive to forget about it at all, and now have an OD again. Hopefully he doesn't face any flashbacks. But it's an interesting start from Memento Mei though. Using the overdrive good, you're so easy pulling here. And to be honest, this capture, if it will be a capture, feel like sweet revenge for Memento Mei because you know that there would have been a alternative timeline if they exist, where PEPEGA has called attack balls, and where this capture wouldn't have been a capture because there would have not been any Viking overdrive. This is the best
That
way
is.
to counter that bad feeling you had.
Yeah, but you know, they can't really overthink it now. It's too late. And yeah, I mean, they don't have any rage. And I don't know anyone in there cool in PEPEGA that rages. They're all calm. They're all relaxed and cool. So they're chilling. No one rages. So they should be playing extremely well. One flag, it's not gonna affect them mentally or anything. So yeah.
Yeah, that's great to be honest. You shouldn't be affected by that, but it definitely gives Memento Mei a bit of a boost because they are in a must-win situation here. A tie is out of the upper bracket, of course. You still have a chance in that lower bracket, so it's not over yet for them. Um, but they know they have to win this round to keep going here into upper bracket. So yeah, pretty high pressure round for them.
High pressured indeed. Duality could use, but the hunter's there, so he's not going to risk it. Win is there. He's getting bombarded. Good focus from Atto and Red. Really leaving that OD for the Duality to go for a use and take. Pretty good use and take there from Duality. Healing Red along the way, doing his job. He could go for one more. He's going to be pushing in on the ramp to be able to use in their base. He does watch the Crusader. The Crusader could be a nuisance, so he's given a good eye on him. He notices that the Crusader is on reload. Ato needs to get away this instance down the ramp, avoiding that grenade. You are so easy, Marak. Constantine's unable to do any damage. I take it back, Constantine, with a good striker shot. Aqua there, trying to pull there. Jagram's going to be coming in, swooping in from high. Tries to use that Hunter OD, kind of spills it there. This does look like a little bit of chaos being taken place. Atto really taking out the flag carrier, but Win is still able to pull hair. But three opponents do a spawn surrounding him. But Marak really late to the party, and that party really is over for him, and he does spoil it for himself. It's just one of those latecomers to the party and says, "What? The party's already over? Yeah, the party's already over, Marat. Back to spawn, man. Really, really consider your situation, big man."
Okay, okay.
But yeah, indeed. Good ODs. PEPEGA do have Red Hair activating his Paladin OD. He could be able to assist Atto, but Red is really a high level threat at this given moment of time. And Momentum Mine is not lifting up their heels off his neck at this given moment. Red there being bombarded by two opponents. Where's support? Where's Aqua to support? Duality could take this OD, and that's going to be putting them in a very good position.
Yep, yep. Definitely. It's looking kind of good for Momentum Mei indeed. What you said, it's an interesting round. 6 minutes to go here.
So 6 minutes to go.
A
After
lot
doing
of
a good
people,
job. Yeah.
a lot of people in the chat. that has invested quite a lot of channel points here will be, yeah, not stressing yet, but I don't know. It's not looking like a clean victory for PEPEGA right now, to be honest. 100% voting for PEPEGA. Maybe has it been a bit too harsh on MEMENTO MEI here.
Yeah, I mean,
And
pretty
then
much
1
as
point.
you yeah, I mean, they don't want to risk it. They don't want to risk it. But sometimes, you might as well just gamble it away and just put it on momentum and just say, take it, take it. But yeah.
Yep, definitely.
But
And
have a
gamble
look at,
advice from Avoid, guys. Nah, joking.
I mean, guys, this is not
It's channel
financial
points.
advice. Use at your own risk, to be honest. But dualities could use here for Aqua. No one's there. It's a bit risky. Aqua's up against Jugra and Constantine there, so it'll be a bad use. The OD's falling right now. Constantine could go up on the ramp and use and take. He's going to be waiting there for his teammates to come in. Teammates are unable to do that. But wow, that focus from PEPEGA really shut that down instantaneously. Wow.
Aqua here using an overdrive and taking another. Can PEPEGA start something here? Atto pulling right now. Aqua immediately using again this double use of a Viking overdrive. Marek using on defense. Starting with DP, so he's like one shot for everything. But he has good focus on the flag carrier there. That's some great aim here. Knocking down Aqua. And Ukram will get his return. And that's... are we seeing a defense masterclass again from MEMENTO MEI Avoid? What do you think?
I mean, they're doing a very good job at doing that, I would have to say, indeed. Which does lead to the question, is PEPEGA unable to really crack their defense? Is PEPEGA good aggressors? Are they good defenders? The question has to be raised. What is PEPEGA really good at doing? Are they good at playing aggressive? Or are they good at playing defensive? If they're struggling to really get into their opponent's base, I know Red Alert is a bit of a tricky map to get control here, and they are having a bit of difficulty on the weaker side, but I don't know, man. Let's see. It has to raise a question, though. Constantine there, waiting for opportunities to push in. Duality and High is watching him. He's going to be maybe backing up a little bit there, playing a bit safe. High does cancel the OD, unable to tag Win, as Win was more onto the bridge, protected from getting stunned. High is going to be swooping in with 1 HP. Could he do the big thing that he did in Molotov? Nope. Unable to. Atto trying to take control of Memento Mai's base once more again. Aqua doesn't seem to notice the errors behind. Atto does give him a good shot in the back. It does seem like maybe Atto could go solo here. I think he definitely can. Atto could use on one and then pull. No, he's going to have to play it safe without any double armor. It's going to be impossible to do much there.
Well, let's take a look at here at Aqua though, with Red using an OD, Win using an early Ares OD. That's quite early to try to stop an attack. Not knocking down Red as well. It's yeah, I don't know. I think it was a bit over protective. Duality now using a nice OD here to support Red. Red is out of repair, so this should be a return, but he's dodging the shots here. Flag is in a tricky position to defend from. Aqua continuing this pull. Constantine has a Hunter overdrive, but he's not able to reach Aqua in time. And this will... I don't know, will this be a capture? Yes, this will be a capture for PEPEGA. 1 minute on the clock, and MEMENTO MEI only has 1 minute here to get a capture on the board, because they have to win this round.
Yeah, I mean, pretty unfortunate there for Memento Mai. I mean, maybe they could go in right now and do something. Constantine and Morak with ODs now. Constantine, don't waste your OD here. It's all right. Just play safe. You got something. You're on the next respawn. You can maybe do something. Morak going to be using a bike in OD. This guy screwed it up, I think. He still has an opportunity. Nope. but it does create a window opportunity for You Are So Easy, Jograng to push in there. Can Jograng get that nade? He does nade duality, I believe so. Get a good roll shot off. Whereas Constantine, did Constantine use a OD on Atto? Gosh. Yeah,
It's
impossible.
over.
Pepega's on full defense. Impossible now for Momentum.
Yep, it is. It's over here. It's 10 seconds on the clock. It's ticking down. Um, yeah, back to the end of the game, to be honest. And there we go. Is PEPEGA winning this match? Is PEPEGA moving up in the next round and facing Lovesick next in the upper bracket? But before that, we will be seeing some games in the lower bracket. Those will be tomorrow. And if I am right, that will be MEMENTO MEI, the team that has lost today, against Chill Vibe, and Spirit against Vega. Some interesting games we will be seeing tomorrow. Yeah, what a game, Avoid. Interesting one.
So, very interesting one. Congratulations to Pepega for winning that round, and Momentum. Unfortunate. Are they knocked out now, Momentum? They should
No.
be.
They can continue in the lower bracket,
Oh, they're gonna go into the
facing
lower
Chill
bracket.
Vibe tomorrow.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Definitely. So, with that being said, guys, I hope to see you back tomorrow as well, because this champion stage here in the major of 2025 is getting more and more interesting, and we are slowly getting to that P1, P2, and P3 stages, slowly getting to that grand final. So, you don't want to miss the teams participating in that grand final. Tune in tomorrow here, same channel, same time, and thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Avoid, for commentating with me. And thank you, Katniss, for broadcasting this match. Have a good night.